You see that? That's a copy of the fake news, y'all. We're going to read you some of it later on in another video. We're going to express, hopefully in the best possible way, it won't get us kicked off any particular platform, but we're going to express why those people should die a slow and horrible death, the kinds of people that write articles that end up in the fake news. Now, I think all the news is fake. I don't think that there's anybody working for us, and by us, I mean the good people in the world, okay? Now, my ratio is somewhat similar to like the Islamic ratio of how Islam views society. They think that most of society is asleep. And the small faction that isn't, it is our divine duty to inform the rest of society what is going on. Because the people that control things, you know, they're not going to stop. And the more I think about it, it just makes me really angry. So that's why I don't think about it, because I don't want to be one of these people like those that I complain about on the internet that are just shooting the same video. And I do feel like that's exactly what I'm doing, and I'm so sorry. I can't kill myself. And I'm sorry for that too, you know? But I usually have no idea what they're telling us is going on, because I don't pay attention to it, because I know that the whole purpose is for them to control us. Because the people that run things are playing God, alright? And people that have personality disorders, that's what they do as well. The more I think about it, the more I'm convinced that it's just a God complex. But even if you do believe in God, and you put all this faith in Him, that can screw you up too, because then you can obsess about things like the end of the world, or you can obsess about what you've done wrong, and what God's plan is for you, and what 1 Corinthians really means, and you know, it's just annoying. Like, there's no way to win in this world. That's why I always talk about suicide. And you better not get mad at me for talking about it, because at least I'm talking about it, not doing it. That's why I talk about it. Just because you're so much of a fucking pansy that you don't allow yourself to experience the full spectrum of human experience and emotions and shit. That's not my problem. It's not my problem that you're overly sensitive candy-ass that can't handle somebody talking about death in a very, very explicit way. Look, I know. I've seen death. I know what it looks like. And so I'm not trying to make light of it, and I'm not making any actual, factual, literal threats. So calm down. These are just jokes. These are just bits, okay? Calm down. Anyway. I'm going to visit my parents. I'm going to give them that poster that I made. The poster is really cheesy, but it was inspired by this idea that I had for Father's Day. You know, because there's a war on fathers. If you celebrate Father's Day, you're a piece of shit, because you have what so many people in society don't have. Yeah. Either because Daddy was a piece of shit, in fact, or Mommy was a piece of shit. Mommy doesn't want you to talk to Daddy, okay? There are all kinds of situations that I feel like aren't really discussed. Hold on. Says, thank you for being my parents. Okay, isn't it beautiful? I like the colors a lot. I hope they appreciate it. But they don't really understand art. And they definitely don't understand my art, okay? I don't even really like to compare it to, you know, Andy Warhol or anything like that. But I know that I'm going to get that comparison. Kris Reeves already said something about it a few months ago. So are they just saying that it's bad? Is it? Is that what they mean? Are we just making fun of the fact that art is like purely capitalist and there's nothing that's actually expressive about it? So he was just trying to express that element of it. The people I get compared to the most, I haven't seen a lot of their stuff. I just know of them. I know about them. I know that they were very influential. I know that they were popular in a particular time period. And they were probably also working for the government in some kind of way. Well, you can count on us to not do that. Look, the fair is still going on in spite of this gloomy weather. Maybe I should go. This would be the day that I would go to the fair, like when it's like storming and raining. But no, I'm gonna go see my parents and hopefully they'll get something out of that. It's the thought that counts, okay? They'll appreciate the thought. They'll appreciate the fact that I spent my evening last night listening to really disgusting, dirty-ass comedy, thinking about my parents. But, you know, I really want to talk more about the transsexual stuff. You need to say it that way, transsexual, because that's what they're doing. If you say transgender, that's like, that could mean anything. You gotta say transsexual. Yeah. Well, the thing is, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. You just gotta talk about it in a way that, you know, the politically correct pansies can't detect. And they really can't detect much. Like, unless you say something very overtly. Like, if you actually use the word faggot, people will get mad about it. There was a homosexual man who used the word faggot last night, but he's a homosexual man who has a husband. I like this guy too. He likes me. Gay men love the fuck out of me, okay? Because of the mental illness that we have in common. But anyway, that's fine. That's fine. No judgment. Everybody's got their shit that they gotta deal with, honey. I really don't care, like, whatever your shit is and how you want to specify it, it doesn't really matter. You know? It's like, I was thinking about the set that I did last week and how amazing it was. And I wasn't even planning for it to be that amazing. But I did a set at Cafe Coco, or not Cafe Coco, because I didn't perform there last week. It was a Holistic Connection. And I just, like, had all this food. And I didn't eat any of it. But I was just basically showcasing my healthy eating habits. And then I was talking about how I work in the restaurant industry, so I'm allowed to fat shame. But that's why I won't fat shame, because I'm talking really fast. I know that about myself. But yeah, like I see example after example after example of what fast food does to the human body. And so that's why, you know, I don't want to eat it. I'm also around it all the time, so it smells bad to me. I know that there are certain ways that it can look presentable, but I guess it just depends on how high you are, right? But yeah, a lot of the people that eat that crap are under the influence of something. Others are just under the influence of America. So, I mean, you know that shit's true, because when you see immigrants come here, it's only a matter of time before they just blow the fuck up and look like every other average American. So I can criticize them because I live here and I've paid attention. I think that I'm like a watcher or some shit. I'm one of those fallen angels. Am I good or bad now? That's the question. And I ask myself that every day so that you don't have to.